Hello, children. Hope all of you are safe and good. This is Geeta Jayakumar welcoming you once again to our online classes. We are going to study about our environment in this session. Our next chapter in the curriculum is lesson 15, our environment. Before we go into the chapter, let me show you a video that depicts the present scenario. As you can see, there is a conversation going on between Earth and an astronaut. The Earth looks weak. The astronaut asks the Earth, "Why do you look so weak?" The Earth says, "It is because of the pollution around me." So the astronaut says, "I am Mark, an astronaut, and I have been sent on a space mission. And because of industrialization and technology, the environment has changed so much." So the Earth says, "Let me take you on an environmental tour to show you why I feel choked and unwell. I will show you how various factors in the environment interact with each other and how human beings impact the environment." So after this lesson, you will understand what is an ecosystem. You will identify the role of the producers, consumers, and decomposers in the food chain. And you will be able to list a few of the environmental problems caused by our negligence. Let us continue with the video session. The environment comprises the air you breathe, the water that covers the surface, the animals and the plants around you, and much more. The environment is made up of various ecosystems like gardens, lakes, forests, etc. An ecosystem is a place where the living organisms and the non-living components of the environment interact with each other. All organisms, such as the plants, animals, microorganisms, and human beings, as well as the physical surroundings, interact with each other and maintain a balance in the nature. All these living organisms in an area that interact with the non-living constituents of the environment, and such interaction is referred to as the ecosystem. Thus, an ecosystem consists of the biotic components comprising of the living organisms and the abiotic components comprising of the physical factors like temperature, rainfall, wind, soil, and minerals. It looks wonderful from here, the astronaut says, but are there any specific roles that each of these animals play in the ecosystem, or do they all contribute equally to the ecosystem? The Earth says the organisms in the ecosystem are grouped as the producers, consumers, and decomposers based on the manner in which they sustain themselves in the environment. The producers are organisms that produce their own food without the help of any other organisms. They make their food from inorganic components. They are also known as autotrophs. All green plants and certain blue-green algae, which can produce their own food by photosynthesis, come under this category. Consumers are organisms that cannot produce their own food and they depend on the producers for their food. Consumers are known as heterotrophs. They depend on the autotrophs for their food. These organisms consume the food produced either directly from the producers or indirectly by feeding on other consumers. Consumers can be classified as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. Decomposers help to decompose the dead remains of organisms in the process. Complex molecules are broken down into simpler molecules. If they decompose the dead remains, then how do they help the ecosystem? The decomposed materials are used up by other organisms, primarily the plants, as nutrients for their sustenance. Let me sum it up. Decomposers are also known as organisms of decay or saprotrophs. They are microorganisms that break down the dead remains and waste products of organisms that can be used up by other members of the ecosystem. Bacteria and fungi are the examples of the saprotrophs.